It's the largest and most impactful law enforcement event of the year. The 2023 International Association of Chiefs of Police Conference and Exposition kicks off right here in California.
You are watching IACP TV.
This is IACP TV.
And now on IACP TV.
As thousands of public safety professionals descend on San Diego from all around the world, they'll be learning new techniques, advancing their knowledge, and equipping their departments for ongoing success. I'm Stephen Horn, and I'm your host for IACP TV. We're kicking things off with a lot of content on this first day, and we want to make sure you catch it all. You can always find the latest IACP TV episode on the TVs throughout the convention center, on the in-house channels at several of our partner hotels, on the IACP meeting homepage, on the IACP meeting app, and on our YouTube and X pages, formerly known as Twitter. Let's get to it. As I mentioned, this year we're so excited to be here in sunny San Diego, and who better to welcome us to their beautiful city than San Diego Police Chief Dave Nisleit.
Hello, I'm Dave Nisleit, Chief of the San Diego Police Department, and I want to welcome all to San Diego for the International Associations of Chiefs of Police.
It's an honor for us to host IACP 2023. We have a lot to offer in our city, so please enjoy yourselves.
We've been working for the past year with the IACP committee to prepare for this year's events, and we're expecting it to be the largest attendance that IACP has had in its history.
I think most people don't realize we're such a big city. We're the 8th largest city in America.
We're next to the largest border crossing in the world in San Ysidro. We're also just south from America's 2nd largest city in Los Angeles.
We have the busiest land port in North America right here in our backyard. We have tech, we have a very large military presence, several large universities.
We have 15 educational tracks that you'll be able to learn some of the things that we do here in San Diego. So it's a good time for us to just showcase, what we have here in San Diego, our policing, our technology.
From beaches to the mountains and everything in between, San Diego, in my opinion, is one of the greatest cities in America, and I hope you get the chance to enjoy it. The thing I'm looking most forward to during IACP is just the camaraderie amongst law enforcement. That companionship, if you will, learning from each other, talking about what's working well in those cities.
And while you're here, we've put together a 5K run along our harbor, as well as a golf tournament up at the legendary Torrey Pines Golf Course.
Also, our Great Chiefs Night will again be in the Gas Lamp on Monday night. I hope all can attend. I hope you all enjoy yourself, and if you need anything, please contact one of my staff.
We get started now on our tour of departments around the country in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Their police department is incorporating a progressive approach to policing through their groundbreaking co-responder model. By responding to calls alongside a mental health professional, officers provide compassionate assistance to individuals in need.
The city of Sioux Falls is located in the southeast corner of South Dakota. It's the biggest city in South Dakota, about 215,000 people. Our community is outstanding. I think one of the main things you look at in our community is our ability to collaborate. It doesn't matter if it's private sector, public sector, we all come together and work on issues and work jointly towards a common good. I think when we look at our outlook towards policing, it really comes back to that community tie. I always say the community dictates how you police.
The department here knows that involvement with the community, getting out, getting active with people, engage with kids, engage with the residents, is really important in building trust. And once you have trust between your law enforcement, your administration, your community, kind of that three-legged stool, it creates a very safe environment. And I think we've done a good job of fostering that three-legged stool here in Sioux Falls.
Now, Sioux Falls isn't the only department with that idea. In Santa Rosa, California, the department has created the In Response Mental Health Support Team thus changing the delivery of care in Santa Rosa.
The In Response Mental Health Support Team has revolutionized the city of Santa Rosa's response to those experiencing a mental health crisis.
Instead of dispatching law enforcement or an ambulance, we're dispatching the In Response Team, which has a comprehensive wraparound approach in how we're working with the individual in crisis in our community.
Our In Response program has really changed the face of our community. It's allowed folks to access services and supports at times that they may have never been able to do so before.
What In Response does is take away that fear that things are going to go awry, that somebody will get hurt, because they establish a platform of trust and confidence and compassion, which is so important to people who are experiencing a mental health crisis.
Our In Response program has saved lives in our community by providing a different type of response.
Before we take a look at what's ahead this week, we want to look back on an incredible year for IACP. And for that, President John Letteney is in the studio with us for a review. Thank you ever so much indeed for joining us this morning. We really appreciate that, so thank you.
Well, thanks for having me. It's a wonderful opportunity to reach out to our members and provide some information and have a great conversation.
So you're coming to the end of your year as president. How's it gone?
It's going great. It's been very busy. A lot of travel, not only throughout the U.S. and North America, but internationally, and great opportunities to meet our members and our colleagues around the world and see the great stuff they're doing.
And what sticks in your mind? What have some of the highlights been?
It's been really the dedication and the professionalism of policing around the world. We face different challenges. We have different cultures under which to operate, but the profession of policing is so similar around the world, and the people who are dedicated to serving their communities are so similar. It seems like we're all cut from the same cloth.
A lot of challenges facing policing now around the world, as you say. How confident are you that that those can be dealt with?
I'm very confident they can be dealt with because they have been. Challenges are different every day, but our profession has risen to those challenges for centuries. Public safety has always been a part of a successful society, and the challenges and the issues change, but we rise to those challenges and we address them. And the challenges are different in different nations and different parts of the world, but the professionals who are really trying to enhance quality of life through public safety in their communities are working very hard. They're collaborating, they're looking at new ideas, new technologies, new resources. All under the umbrella of trying to make a difference in their nations and in their cities.
So we're here in San Diego for the conference. What are you looking forward to in this week in San Diego?
This once again is going to be a great conference. It is looking to be one of our largest. So we will have a full expo hall with over 600 exhibitors. We have over 200 sessions, workshops, opportunities to engage, to learn. We're also videotaping several of our sessions, so members who did not get a chance to go to the session because maybe there were two sessions at the same time they wanted to see, they will be able to view those later on through our IACP Learn platform. Great opportunities to network, learn new things, and meet some new folks.
So my last question is, you're coming to the end of your year as president, and I know you've been in the IACP leadership for a while now. What advice would you give to somebody who's maybe starting out and sees you here and sort of says, well, I'd like to do that? How do people get involved?
Well, for a new chief, I would say certainly join IACP and then get involved. Go to the conference, go to the training sessions, sign up for IACP Learn, get involved in a committee, a section, wherever they fit, and learn more about the organization. As they do so, there will be many more opportunities to engage and to be a part of it. And in doing that, they become our next generation of leaders for this association. We've been around 130 years. We have a rich history, but we have a great path forward. And we need those emerging leaders to learn all they can, to step up and to take the future leadership roles that are so important to our profession.
Well, thank you ever so much indeed for joining us this morning. It's been great. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Turning now to Kingman Police Department in Arizona. Despite recruitment challenges, the implementation of their officer wellness program has ensured that policing remains strong.
Kingman is in northwestern Arizona. Our community has been faced with an opioid crisis for about 10 years. As a result of our partnerships with community groups, we've been able to do some innovative programs. It's been a force multiplier for us.
They really go above and beyond. They think outside of the box. You know, what can we do different? What can we do better?
We've been able to implement some cutting-edge things that are now being implemented across the state.
What we do is if we go to an overdose-related incident or a search warrant, we'll leave this flyer and the naloxone at the scene. We've seen a decrease recently in our overdose fatalities. It's working. It's saving lives.
For our community to be well and safe, we also have to invest in our officers' wellness.
I have increased endurance, more confidence with myself, better self-esteem.
So what I would like is when they come in and they're hired on, that wellness culture is built in, so it's all they're going to know.
It's our goal as a police department to provide quality and professional and innovative police services.
Turning to Texas now. From annual mental wellness checkups to fitness assessments and a newly constructed workout center, the Weatherford Police Department's approach to mental well-being is helping officers thrive.
Our vision at the department is to be one of the safest communities in Texas and to be a leader in the law enforcement community. And really the way that we want to go about doing that is to have a steadfast commitment to our community, to our agency, and to the members of our agency.
I'm proud to be a part of the Weatherford Police Department, which is committed to our community and protecting our community and serving.
We also have a great health initiative for your mental and physical health. We also have a strong bond with our community that trusts us and supports us, which makes this a great place to work.
Well, our focus here at the police department on fitness really revolves around it being a much smaller piece of an encompassing wellness program. And the idea here, the fitness component, is to ensure that our officers, both the officers that we hire and the officers that we retain, the incumbent officers, are at their best.
So the future of the Weatherford Police Department really rests in our members. I believe that we will reach our vision of being a leader in law enforcement.
With a new year of IACP comes new leadership. Here in studio now is incoming IACP President Wade Carpenter with a look at what's to come during his term. Thanks ever so much indeed for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it.
Glad to be here, Stephen.
So you're becoming president of the IACP. How exciting is that?
It is exciting. It's going to be a big lift, but I'm looking forward to it.
And there'll be a lot of travel involved, won't there?
There will, absolutely. The past presidents have really covered the globe from 5 different continents. We have 173 different countries that we represent, over 33,000 members. So, and trying to represent each one of those countries in a meaningful way is very important to us.
Each president comes in with an idea of what they want to achieve in their year as president. So what are you hoping to achieve?
Well, when we look back, kind of the historical approach to this was about during Dwight Henninger's presidency. He pulled all of the incoming presidents together, and we made the determination that rather than each president coming in, that they create their own initiative. We made a determination that we would create the trust building campaign. The trust building campaign has a lot of different premises under that to support that. So that's one of the things I want to make sure we continue the momentum on the trust building campaign. It has things in there like hiring and retention, has numerous other issues that will help law enforcement moving forward.
So law enforcement is a tough job. What do you think are some of the challenges that your colleagues face?
Well, there's no question that it's a tough job, especially with the environment that we're policing in these days. One of the main issues that we see is hiring and retention, making sure that we're getting the right fit for law enforcement, that we're able to attract young talent, that the officers that are coming in are motivated to be there. And rather than, in the past, traditionally, a lot of individuals would come into law enforcement and stay for 25 years, plus years. Myself included, I'm 36 years. But we find that a lot of, right now, law enforcement agencies are facing issues where we'll have young officers that come in 3 to 5 years. And so we're trying to make it attractive, make it challenging, so that as we move forward, they want to make a career out of it.
Let me just come back to what you just said about your life in law enforcement and the IACP. How important has the IACP been to you?
It's interesting. The first chief I had, he said, if I can give you one recommendation, you need to join the IACP. And that's been great wisdom. It has given me the ability, because they have breakout sessions, they have committees, they have the ability to shape the future of policing. And that's really what our goal is. And so that's been very, very vital to my career.
Well, thank you ever so much indeed for joining us. I'm sure the year is going to be a great success, so thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we take a trip to the north. The Calgary Police Service is a leader in progressive policing in Canada. Check out how they've used innovative ways to promote understanding and communication with the Indigenous communities they serve.
The core mission for us is to keep Calgary safe. I also believe it's important for police to be very close to community, and we've got great people on the ground 24/7, 365, so we can see what's happening, we can advise decision makers. We are the third most diverse city in Canada. The challenge, obviously, is to be connected to the community, understand the composition, and make sure that we understand culture and we're providing the services that we need to. And it allows us to actually recruit into our police service representatives of all the demographics that are represented in Calgary. We have to continue to evolve our services, and we do that by walking with community and getting the input of community and allowing them to actually change and influence our offerings and our services. It's been a hard time in policing, and we bring great people into policing, and we have to support them in doing the difficult work that they do. We need officers to give us that discretionary effort. We need them to go into the corners. We need them to do the hard things, and we need to stand behind them when they do. We strive to be good partners and to continue to influence policing and our profession nationally and internationally.
Now we're honoured to have IACP Executive Director Vince Talucci and Deputy Director Terrence Cunningham sitting down in the studio here to highlight all that's ahead this week. Well, first of all, thank you very much indeed for joining us again. We really appreciate it.
Oh, it's great to see you again, Stephen.
Great to be here with you, Steve.
Isn't it fantastic to be here in San Diego?
You can tell by the sunshine behind us. We're thrilled to be in San Diego. It's been a few years since we've been back.
There's a lot to look forward to this year, isn't there? So what are some of the things that you're most looking forward to?
It's always great to see the members in person. I think for us, we've shaken off that post-pandemic malaise, had a great conference in Dallas, now back in San Diego, and we're back looking forward to pre-pandemic conference numbers.
Yeah, I mean, the enthusiasm around this conference has been incredible. Everybody's talking about it in all the professional policing circles. Folks are really looking forward to getting to San Diego.
But I also think the health of the organization is clearly demonstrated by the health of this conference. Our membership is at an all-time high for the 10th year in a row. We're expecting great numbers. Our advocacy weight has continually and steadily grown. So it's nice to put all that together in one place here in California this week.
And what are some of the topics that you're most looking forward to?
So one of the topics that we're going to take on here at the conference is a high-profile police incidents panel, and we've got Chief Weiss, who was the chief in Monterey Park and who had the hate crime shooting there. We've got Dave Roush, who's the director of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, who's going to talk about the Nashville school shooting. We've got Hugh Clements, who's the director of the COPS office, going to talk a little bit about Uvalde, but really about after-action reports and how they can help, kind of shape the future. And also Chief Davis is going to be here from Memphis to talk about the Tyree Nichols case. It's really about leadership in high-profile police incidents.
But then I think we're also, you'll hear quite a bit of international perspective. We're thrilled to have more than 1,200 international delegates registered for the conference. On Saturday, we'll be hearing from the Secretary General of Interpol, Jürgen Stock. We have an MOU signing with Catherine de Boll, the Director of Europol, on this weekend. So a lot happening in the international front, to include, unfortunately, a panel that we're going to be announcing with the Israeli National Police to talk about a brief relative to the terrorist attacks in Israel this past weekend.
What about people from the administration? Are you looking forward to some high-profile speakers this week?
Yeah, we're actually going to be joined by the Attorney General, Merrick Garland. We've got the DEA Administrator who's going to be here, Ann Milgram's going to talk. We've also got the Secretary of Homeland Security. Secretary Mayorkas is going to be here, or he's not going to be here, but he's going to come in virtually. You can only imagine the things that he's handling right now from a Department of Homeland Security standpoint.
What are some of the things that we might learn about in terms of artificial intelligence or whatever else?
So there's plenty to choose from. Learning is the objective here. We have 200 plus workshops to include 600 and some exhibitors to learn from. Everything from violence against women to gender-based violence to terrorism to artificial intelligence to trafficking. You name the topic confronting communities worldwide, and something is being addressed here at the IACP annual conference.
Yeah, I mean, the school safety issue, I mean, that's front of mind for everybody right now. Kind of the shifting in the threat environment that we've seen, was really faced on domestic terrorism, and now more, some international terrorism, as we've seen over the last week or two. I just think that, as Vince mentioned before, those 33,000 members that we have in 173 countries, they all come together here to learn and to bring something back to their agencies. And there's only one place you can do this. I mean, really, in the profession, people talk about this as the Super Bowl, right? And that's what it looks like when you've got 18,000, people, coming together, police professionals in one place.
Culture, leadership, and speaking on leadership, we're thrilled to have Simon Sinek back on Tuesday this week to close out our final day, both on the main stage as well as in a smaller, more intimate setting in a speaker series. And we're thrilled to have Chiefs Night this year. Monday night, we're back in the Gaslamp Quarter with food and entertainment and an opportunity to network. If you remember nothing else from this presentation together today,
anybody over 21 that wants to partake in adult beverages is going to need the government-issued ID and their conference credentials. So please don't forget it.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us again. We're really looking forward to it.
Thanks, Stephen.
Great, thanks, Stephen. Good to see you again.
Now it's time to hear from you. We talk with fellow attendees about what you all are most looking forward to this week in San Diego.
Opportunities to do some serious networking, see what cutting edge technology exists now for law enforcement.
I'm excited and looking forward to just networking and meeting new people from all over the country, and just getting more community engagement type of connections.
I am actually looking forward to engaging with everyone from across the country and the world that's here this weekend and actually learn additional information that I can take back.
I'm also a strong advocate for missing and murdered Indigenous and people of color. So with the workshops that are here and the interactions with all agencies to bring awareness, that's the most important thing to me.
Talk about, most recent trends and what we're doing to combat crime.
To make chiefs, organizations, meaning agencies, aware of the importance of having a police chaplain available.
We head to campus now, where the James Madison University Police Department has developed a round-the-clock co-responders program to ensure the safety of students.
What we want to focus on is the experience that everyone has when they come to our community. We do believe in treating everyone with equity, with fairness, with dignity, and being officers with integrity. We strive to make sure that everyone feels welcome here at James Madison University.
We have a mental health clinician that actually will go around and ride with the patrol officers as they patrol campuses and as they go to various calls.
My main purpose is to help and assist in mental health related calls, so anyone displaying escalated behaviors, displaying crisis behaviors, I kind of help to intervene.
I think university policing is the future of policing. We all can chip in and become team members and work to improve our community.
Let's wrap up today's tour of departments now with the Oklahoma City Police Department, where they're focused on return to duty. Let's see how they're promoting a culture of resiliency after critical incidents.
Oklahoma City Police Department is kind of unique in that we're situated in the middle of the United States, so every major interstate runs through Oklahoma City, and so there's a lot of challenges for us as a police department in policing a city with this land size, with the amount of police officers that we have.
I believe our department's cutting edge in a lot of ways. New ideas are very, very encouraged. We're trying new things. I think those new ideas and those new strategies are recepted by our command staff and implemented when possible.
If I had to describe the Oklahoma City Police Department in one word, I would say family. We care for one another generally, and we walk alongside each other in good times and bad times.
It's very exciting to me to look at what we're doing, especially when you talk about technology, when you talk about wellness, reality-based training, all of those things. And I think they're going to be a lot safer too because of that.
That does it for the first day here at IACP 2023. We hope you've enjoyed today's topics and specially curated content. If you missed any of today's episode, don't worry. You can always find the latest IACP TV episode on the TVs throughout the Convention Center, on the in-house channels at several of our partner hotels, on the IACP Meeting homepage, on the IACP Meeting app, and on our YouTube and X pages, formerly known as Twitter. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Have a great one.